Hey, 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 welcome back to the Speak Easy English podcast. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Courage. And today's a really good one.
It is a good one. Courage. Okay, quick question. If someone walks up to you right before your big job interview and says, break a leg, what do?
I run. I run away very fast.
Yes, exactly. Because that sounds terrifying, right? Like, break a leg? Who says that?
A very strange person, apparently.
English people, that's who.
That's who. And if you've ever been watching an English movie, talking to a native speaker, or scrolling through English content, and someone says something completely wild that makes zero logical sense,
Then today's episode is your new best friend.
because today we are breaking down English idioms, what they are, why they exist, and most importantly, how to actually use them so you sound natural, confident, and fluent.
Let's get into it.
But before we dive in, if you are watching us on YouTube right now, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. It's right there, you can see it, and click that little bell icon so you get notified every single time we drop a new episode.
And, this is important, smash that like button for us. It genuinely helps more English learners find this channel, and that's exactly why we're here.
If you know someone who's learning English, a friend, a family member, a coworker, share this video with them. You could literally change their English journey today. That's not an exaggeration.
Okay, for real now, let's talk idioms, starting with the basics. All right, Courage, let's start from the very beginning because some of our listeners are just starting out with English and we love them. So, what is an idiom?
Great question. So, an idiom is a phrase or expression where the literal meaning what the words actually say, is completely different from the real meaning.
So you can't just translate it word for word.
Exactly. If you translate it word for word, you'll be totally lost, like genuinely confused.
So think about this. If I say it's raining cats and dogs outside, I do not mean that animals are literally falling from the sky.
Although, to be honest, if you're new to English, that image is kind of amazing.
It is a great image, but no, it just means it's raining very, very heavily, like a storm, a downpour.
Right. The words cats and dogs have nothing to do with the actual meaning. It's a fixed expression. You just have to learn it as one whole unit.
And that's what makes idioms so tricky, but also so fun, because once you know them, you start hearing them everywhere, in movies, in songs, in conversations, and suddenly it all clicks.
There's literally thousands of English idioms, but today we've picked the most useful, most commonly used ones across different levels.
So whether you're A1, A2, B1, B2, or pushing into C1, there is something in this episode just for you. Okay, let's start with level 1, our A1 and A2 learners. These are idioms that you will absolutely hear in everyday English, and they're a great place to start.
First up, and we mentioned this one already.
Gning, break a leg.
Yes, so break a leg, what does it mean?
It means good luck. That's it. Simple.
But here's the thing. You would never say break a leg to someone who's about to go for a walk, or someone who's driving, or someone who's doing anything physical.
Please don't.
You say it specifically when someone is about to perform, like a musician going on stage, an actor before a show, a student right before a big presentation or exam.
So imagine your friend texts you at 7 a.m. I have my English exam in 1 hour. I'm so nervous. You write back, break a leg. You've got this.
That's perfect. Very natural, very encouraging.
And your friend smiles instead of being confused about their bones.
Exactly. Okay, common mistake with this one. A lot of learners say, you break a leg.
And it's not wrong exactly, but native speakers almost never say it that way. It's always just break a leg, short, punchy, like a send-off.
Think of it like saying cheers. You don't say you cheers.
You don't say you cheers. Great point.
Okay, next beginner idiom. This one is really useful. Under the weather.
Ooh, yes. So, under the weather means you feel sick or unwell. Not seriously ill, just a bit off, a bit low energy, maybe a headache, a cold, just not your best.
So your coworker sends a message, "I won't be in today, I'm feeling a little under the weather." That means they're not coming in because they feel sick.
Easy and super useful because it sounds much more natural than just saying, I am sick. Native speakers use this one all the time.
Common mistake, learners sometimes say, "I feel under weather."
Correcting gently, it's always under the weather. Don't forget the. Say it with us. Under the weather.
Perfect. Keep that one in your back pocket. Very useful for work emails, text messages, casual conversations.
Next one. This is one of my favorites. Hit the sack.
Which sounds aggressive, but is not aggressive.
Not at all. Hit the sack means to go to bed, to go to sleep.
A sack was an old word for a large cloth bag that was used as a bed a long time ago. People would literally hit it, pat it down before sleeping.
And the phrase just stayed. Language is wild like that.
So imagine you're at a friend's house. It's midnight, you're exhausted, you yawn and say, "Okay, guys, I think I'm going to hit the sack. Early morning tomorrow."
Supernatural. You can also say, I'm going to hit the hay. Same meaning, totally interchangeable.
Common mistake. Don't say, "I will hit the sack now" in the middle of the afternoon unless you're taking a nap. It sounds really out of context.
Context, context, context. Idioms live and die by context.
They really do. All right, one more beginner one, then we level up.
Last beginner idiom. Once in a blue moon.
This means very rarely, almost never, something that happens extremely infrequently.
So, I only eat fast food once in a blue moon, meaning almost never, like maybe twice a year. Or, she calls me once in a blue moon. I barely hear from her.
You can use it in positive or negative situations. It's very flexible.
Learners sometimes say once in a blue moon to describe something that happens regularly, and that's wrong. This is for things that are rare. If you go to the gym every day, you do not go once in a blue moon.
Unless you're having a bad month.
Unless you're having a very bad month.
All right, we're leveling up. B1 and B2 learners, this one's for you. These idioms are a little more complex, but they are everywhere in real English, at work, in conversations, in English language media.
Starting with one of the most famous English idioms in the world, bite the bullet.
Oh, this is a classic.
Bite the bullet means to endure a painful, unpleasant, or difficult situation bravely, to push through something hard, even when you don't want to.
The origin of this one is actually really fascinating. Back before modern anesthesia, pain-numbing medicine, surgeons on the battlefield would have patients literally bite down on a bullet during surgery to manage the pain and stop themselves from screaming.
I know, brutal. But it's why we say it now. Biting the bullet equals facing the pain head-on.
So, I hate going to the dentist, but I just have to bite the bullet and make the appointment. Or, the project is going to be really stressful, but we'll just have to bite the bullet and get it done.
What I love about this idiom is it has this feeling of courage, like you're not happy about something, but you're going to do it anyway because you're strong.
And nobody is actually biting a bullet, to be very clear.
Very important clarification. Common mistake. Some learners say bite a bullet, but it's always bite the bullet. The definite article is part of the idiom.
Good catch. Always bite the bullet.
Next one. Spill the beans.
One of my favorites.
Spill the beans means to reveal a secret, to accidentally or intentionally tell someone information that was supposed to be private.
I was planning a surprise party for Maria, but her sister completely spilled the beans and told her everything.
Oh no, the party is ruined.
Ruined! Or another scenario, imagine at work your manager hasn't announced the new project yet, but a colleague tells everyone. She spilled the beans about the promotion before the meeting even started.
You can also use it as a question. Like if you're dying of curiosity, you can say, "Come on, spill the beans. Tell me what happened."
Which is very fun to say, by the way.
It really is. Common mistake. Learners sometimes confuse this with break the news. They're related, but different. Break the news is about delivering important information, often bad news. Spill the beans is about revealing a secret that maybe shouldn't have been told.
Spill the beans equals secret that leaked. Break the news equals important information being shared.
Perfect distinction.
All right, this next one, I use this one almost every day. Hit the nail on the head.
This means to say or do something exactly right, to describe something perfectly accurately.
So imagine your friend explains exactly why a relationship is difficult, and you're like, wow, you really hit the nail on the head with that. That's exactly the issue.
Or, in a work meeting, your colleague summarizes the whole problem in one sentence, and the boss says, "You've hit the nail on the head. That's the core issue."
It's a compliment, essentially. You're saying, you got it exactly right.
Learners sometimes say, "hit the nail in the head." It's always on the head. On. Think about physically hammering a nail. You're hitting it on the top, on the head of the nail. That's where the image comes from.
Great memory trick there. Okay, last intermediate idiom before we level up again. This one is so relatable. Cost an arm and a leg.
Oh, everyone can relate to this one. Cost an arm and a leg means something is extremely expensive, like shockingly, almost insultingly expensive.
I really wanted to buy that handbag, but it costs an arm and a leg. I'll wait for the sale. Or, rent in the city center costs an arm and a leg. Or, have you seen how much flights cost right now? They cost an arm and a leg.
You can also use it sarcastically. Someone shows you something cheap and you go, "Oh, it'll only cost an arm and a leg," meaning it's way too expensive.
Common mistake. Learners sometimes forget the verb cost and say things like, it is arm and leg, but you always need the verb. It costs an arm and a leg. The full phrase.
And note, it's an arm and a leg, not an arm or a leg. The "and" is part of the idiom. Don't swap it out.
These small words matter so much in idioms.
Hey, quick pause right here. If you're learning a lot today, and I really hope you are, please go down right now and hit that like button. It takes literally 2 seconds, and it tells YouTube to share this video with more learners just like you.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing community of English learners from all around the world.
Share this episode with someone who needs it. Okay, back to the idioms.
All right, advanced learners, C1 territory. This section is for you. These idioms are used a lot in professional settings, in literature, in journalism, and in nuanced everyday conversation.
First one, burning the midnight oil.
Burning the midnight oil means to stay up very late working or studying, to work deep into the night.
The origin here is really beautiful. Before electricity, people worked by oil lamps. If you were working so late that you were still burning your oil at midnight, burning your midnight oil, that was serious dedication.
I have a report due tomorrow morning, so I'll be burning the midnight oil tonight. Or, she's been burning the midnight oil all week trying to finish her thesis.
This one has a slightly admirable, slightly exhausted connotation. Like, it's impressive that you're working that hard, but also, please sleep.
Please sleep.
Some learners say burning the middle of the night oil, which is adorable but not correct. It's midnight oil. 2 words. Compact. Midnight oil.
And a pro tip, this phrase sounds particularly sophisticated in written English. Essays, professional emails, LinkedIn posts, it elevates your language nicely.
Okay, this next one is so important, especially if you want to understand English conversations and not get frustrated. Beat around the bush.
Oh, I love this one because I know someone who does this constantly.
Do you? Who?
I'm not saying, but beat around the bush means to avoid saying something directly, to talk around a topic without getting to the point, to delay addressing the real issue.
Imagine your boss needs to give you some difficult feedback. Instead of just saying it, she spends 5 minutes talking about the weather, the office plans, the team lunch, and you're thinking, just tell me, stop beating around the bush.
Or, I could tell he wanted to break up, but he was just beating around the bush for 20 minutes instead of saying it directly.
You can also tell someone to stop doing it. Stop beating around the bush. Just tell me what happened.
Learners sometimes say beat around bushes, plural. It's always the bush, singular. Beat around the bush.
And a cultural note, British English speakers use this one constantly. If you're ever in a British work environment and someone keeps not getting to the point, this is the phrase.
Next advanced idiom, and this one is very useful for professional and academic English. The ball is in your court.
So this comes from tennis or any court sport. If the ball is in your court, it means it's your turn to act. The responsibility has passed to you. It's on you to make the next move.
I've sent in my application and the interview went well. Now the ball is in their court. Meaning, I've done everything I can. Now I'm waiting for them to decide.
Or in a negotiation, we've made our offer. The ball is in your court now, meaning it's your turn to respond.
This is a big one in business English. Interviews, negotiations, project handoffs, you'll hear this constantly.
Learners sometimes say the ball is on your court, but it's in your court. Imagine a tennis court. The ball lands in the court, not on it, in.
Great distinction.
Last advanced idiom, and I saved one of my personal favorites for last. Let the cat out of the bag.
Ooh, a companion to spill the beans.
Exactly. And there's actually a fun comparison here. Both idioms involve revealing secrets, but let the cat out of the bag often implies that something was unintentionally exposed, an accident, and it's more final. Once the cat is out, you can't put it back in.
You cannot put the cat back in the bag.
I accidentally let the cat out of the bag about their engagement. I thought everyone already knew. Or, the company tried to keep the merger quiet, but someone let the cat out of the bag to the press.
The origin here, historians believe it comes from old market fraud, where vendors would sell a pig in a bag, but when you opened the bag, there was a cat inside, a much cheaper animal. Letting the cat out of the bag revealed the deception.
Language has the best stories.
It really does.
Okay, before we wrap up, we want to give you some real, practical tips for learning idioms, because knowing them is one thing, actually using them naturally is another.
Tip number 1. Learn idioms in context, not in isolation.
This is huge. Don't just memorize a list. Learn the situation the idiom is used in. What kind of conversation? What's the emotional tone? Who's speaking to whom?
When you encounter a new idiom, write it in a full example sentence that you created, something from your own life. That makes it stick.
Tip number 2, listen for them actively.
Watch YouTube videos, TV shows, movies, and when you hear an expression that sounds weird or doesn't make literal sense, that's probably an idiom. Write it down, look it up, add it to your notebook.
The more you notice them in the wild, in real English content, the more natural they become.
Tip number 3, don't force them.
Yes, this is so important. Using idioms incorrectly is worse than not using them at all. Idioms should feel natural. They should fit the situation perfectly. If you're not 100% sure, just use normal language. Clarity first.
A common mistake is using idioms in very formal academic writing. You generally don't say, "The researcher bit the bullet" in a research paper.
You don't, unless it's a very casual paper.
Tip number 4. Practice with a partner.
Create conversations where you use the idioms you've learned. Even better, comment down below with a sentence using one of today's idioms. We love reading your comments.
Seriously, write us a sentence in the comments. Use any idiom from today. We read them, we reply, and it's genuinely the best part of our week.
It really is. You guys are amazing.
Okay, rapid fire. Quick review before we go. I'm going to describe the meaning, you tell me the idiom. Ready?
Ready.
When something is super expensive, you say it.
It costs an arm and a leg.
You feel a little bit sick and unwell.
I'm under the weather.
Your friend is about to perform in a concert. You say,
Break a leg.
you're staying up until 3 a.m. finishing a project.
I'm burning the midnight oil.
Someone revealed a secret they weren't supposed to share.
They spilled the beans or let the cat out of the bag.
And listeners, how many did you get? Pause the video right now and try to say the answers before Vanessa does. That's a great listening comprehension exercise.
Did you beat me? Leave your score in the comments. Okay, that is a wrap on today's episode of the Speak Easy English podcast. I genuinely hope you had as much fun listening as we had recording this one.
We covered a lot today, from beginner idioms like break a leg and hit the sack, all the way to advanced ones like burn the midnight oil and beat around the bush.
And remember, the best way to learn idioms is to use them. So get out there, find your conversations, and let those idioms fly.
And on that note, if you got value from today's episode, please like this video right now. It takes 2 seconds and it means the world to us.
Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We post new episodes every week, and we are building something really special here.
Share this video with one person learning English today. Just one. You could make a big difference in their journey.
Until next time, keep speaking, keep growing, and keep it easy. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Courage. And this is the Speak Easy English podcast.
See you next week. Bye-bye.